Good afternoon and welcome along to my shed. My name's Chris. I live on the island of Unst in the Shetland Islands. Had a rough couple of days with the weather, so we're in the shed, nice and toasty warm, and I'm going to have a look inside the Apple tower and see if there are any chips left inside it. So here it is, and as always with something from Apple, leave that out of the way, it's tricky to see how to get into it. I had to Google it because I'm not very technical, but there's a little lever here, and hey presto, it opens. I know it's not rocket science, but for someone who doesn't have a computer, if you look on there, it's got a little lock symbol. So, you know, simple minds. I should put the camera in position and see if we can get anything interesting. I can see the heat sinks are still on, so that gives me hope. And there's another one there and there, so we'll have a look and see what we can get. So there's no memory sticks left in there. But, I'll put the camera up and we'll have a look. So I don't know about you, but Apple stuff can be a real pain, and it's proving to be the case. So I thought I'd get some bits off so I can just get into the chips, but I'm having a bit of trouble taking them off, as you would, because they make things so that you can't repair them yourself, which, you know, you can understand why they do it. But doesn't help us any, does it? Right, let's get rid of that. Probably cutting up something that's worth about 600 quid. But hey ho. Don't even know what it is, but it's plastic, so we don't care too much about that if it's plastic. But they can only get one side open, so it could be a case of getting the hammer out. I'll see if I can get this one out. We're gonna get brutal because I'm not messing with this. That looks like I am, because that's not going to cut through it. We'll do it that way. Brute force and plenty of ignorance. Right, we've got a lovely chip there. Let's give that a clean. There's nothing written on it, and that's fixed on there, so there we go. And we've got that's a nothing kind of chip. A couple of lovely heat sinks. Very nice. We'll take those off later. So the chips in there are not... I'll get you a bit closer, I can just lift the whole thing up. You can see in there we've got a couple of chips. Nice big one in the middle there. Shows an easy way to do this. It's, well, we can undo some things, but whether that's going to get me to where I need to be, I do not know. I've got the screws and or the bolts undone on that side, but I can't get down to the ones this side, because that, I've undone one bit. Well, we could get Okay, a couple of lovely big fans. You know what's inside those? There's going to be copper inside there. And they came out of a smoker's house. They absolutely stink. Apologies if you are a smoker. It's not a nice smell. Each to their own. Right, I can now get to these. I can see a lot of copper and gold pins on this. Right. These are the ones I'm interested in. I'm hoping there's going to be something good underneath this. So hang on to your hats. We might get 4 chips out of this bad boy. There's another heat sink on the side there, but I don't think there'll be much under that one. Let's have a look. Look at that lovely heatsink. That is an absolute beauty. Look at that. They come off nice and easy. That is a beauty, that. Nice big chunks of copper on it as well. I would probably take the copper out of that. So when I get my new furnace, I can just put it in, melt it off the aluminium. So, right, let's get this last one. You are kidding me. Come on. It's a really tight space, that is. Me undoing these, you want to see the chip, don't you? I know I do. I would guess that they're both going to be the same, but you never know. And we all live in hope. Last one I'm doing there, that is really tight. There we go, we've got it. Two of them. Woohoo! Nice. We'll weigh them in a minute. In fact, I could weigh all the heat sinks. Now, what do we got? Come on, come to daddy. Ah, it's a flat one. Let's see if they've got anything written on them. Well, they have. You're probably not going to see that on the camera, so let's have a get the old goggles out again. It says Intel 055150. If that means anything to anybody, I'd imagine this one's the same. Yep. So, oh, look at that. Shiny, shiny. Woohoo! Loving that. Get 2 for the price of 1. See if I can chip that one out as well. Be careful not to knock anything else off while I'm trying to get that. It might be better to take the board out and do it. That'd be silly to do it that way. We know our scrappers are really sensible. We don't do silly things, do we? Not all that often, anyway. No, we do it all the time. Surprised any of us has got any fingers left. Stinks. Right, there's not going to be many bolts holding that in, I wouldn't think. Screws even. There's one in each corner. The battery on my drill's gone. It lasts about 5 minutes. Which is a bit, and my angle grinder's broken as well, so someone's gonna have to get busy fixing things, or trying to anyway. This is absolutely loaded, this board. Depending on how fussy you are with things. Let's hope it's got some of my favourites on there. I can see a crystal oscillator. Right, is that going to come out? Nailed in there. Oh, there's one right in the corner that I can't get to. That's actually got rivets on it. They really don't want you getting into these. Or maybe they're so confident that they make them really well that they never ever break. I seriously doubt that. That's the way they make things these days, so you can't repair them yourself. Things like electric cars. Not a fan. Right, it's just that one. And there, come on. Get the fluff off. I think I put on one of my other videos. If anyone knows how to get those off, get all the gold pins out of there, I'd be very grateful if you could let me know. Or is it a case of heating it up and they drop off? I don't know. So I guess they're soldered on somehow. That's why I've got all these little marks there. But, this is absolutely loaded with MLCCs. Got some nice ones there. And got a couple more heat sinks here. So having a quick glance, there's a gold edged oscillator just here. And then we've got, of course, the 2 chips. So we've got 4 chips out of this. And lots and lots, you see down here, gold plated pins. And yeah, there's a lot of them. And also in there will be gold plated pins. So there's loads of little ports in here as well. Got the power supply in there, and lots of cables. Oh, let's have a look at this little board here. I can see tantalums. Let's take that one off as well, because that is, for a tiny board, it's looking pretty good. If I can get it out. And there's some big MLCCs on it as well, or larger than usual. So that side is loaded with little MLCCs, and this side again you've got all the gold plated pins in these, and there's some more just in there. You've got two of the yellow tantalums, and next to those a couple of decent sized MLCCs. So that is not bad for it's gold plated in there as well, and there. So that's not a bad little board as well. Right, I think that will do for now, because we all know what a power supply is like. Not as exciting as these. Woohoo! Put them on my glasses. Right. Well, there we go. We got there in the end, didn't we? Woohoo! Love them. Look at that. That is just awesome. And I think where the good ones are, they're in another box. They're hidden away. So all you do is just keep on collecting. There's a lot more in there. I'll show you my favourite one. My absolute favourite. Look at that. That is an absolute cracker. Lovely gold colour. Nice deep yellow. But that is my favourite. I don't get many PCs and things, so here's another good one. Hopefully Scrapping Irish is looking at that and getting excited. I've just thrown the ones I've taken off in there, so I'm going to have to find them again. That's one of them. What donut? Why did I do that? So I like to keep things together until I've finished scrapping them. There we go. Right. Thank you for watching. Waffling on a bit there. I've had a really good week for new subscribers, so thank you very much. I put a little short one in the week, which has done really well, which was surprising. So thank you everyone who's watched that. Thank you for all the comments and the likes. Really helps. I'm trying to spend a bit more time doing my videos and things now, because obviously it's kind of picking up a bit. And I just thank you all for the support. It's really good. And support other people's channels as well, because we all like the interaction, and it's nice to know that people are watching and enjoying what we do. So keep on scrapping, and I'll catch you in the next one.